Peni Parker is still doing something that no other hero in Marvel Rivals is doing right now. She is good in the lower ranks, she is dominant in Platinum and Diamond, and all the way up at a 64.4% win rate in Grandmaster and above. But she is not the number one everywhere. Mantis, on the other hand, still owns the broadest part of the ladder. And on top of that, the biggest movement this week is not with a hero, it's not with a team up, but it's actually happening within the ban screen, where Black Cat has pulled even farther away from the field entirely. Welcome back, everybody, to your weekly Brolic board. This is the week 4 snapshot for the week of August 25th. I gathered this data together yesterday on August 24th, that was Monday morning. And Season 9.5 has now had more than 2 full weeks for the meta to settle. The August 20th update added content and fixed a handful of hero issues, but it did not publish another broad hero balance pass or anything like that. So this week is useful to us because we're currently getting a more cleaner look at how players are adapting to the Season 9.5 environment, rather than us just sitting here and reacting to a brand new balance reset or patch. My numbers, as always, come from the live Season 9.5 RivalsTracker.com snapshot, Bronze through Gold, Platinum through Diamond, and Grandmaster through One Above All. These are all calculated with match-weighted results. That means a division with more tracked games has the proper amount of influence on the combined rate. Ban Watch uses the ranked divisions where bans are available, and Team Up Watch requires at least 10,000 tracked matches. These are performance signals, not a promise that one hero or team up caused every win. Alright, starting with Bronze through Gold, Mantis remains the number one hero at a 57% win rate across 131,000 tracked matches. The combination of win rate and volume is the headline here. This is not a tiny specialist sample. Mantis, everybody, is winning at the top rate in the largest section of ranked, while appearing in enough games to make the signal difficult to dismiss. Ultron holds second at a 55% across 70,000 matches. Peni moves into third at a 54.6% win rate with 44,000 matches, just ahead of Storm at 54.5% across 46,000 matches. Magic rounds out the board with a 53% win rate across 147,000 tracked matches. Compared with last week, the order changed more than the overall message here. Mantis and Ultron are still first and second. Peni climbed ahead of Storm a little bit, while Magic stayed inside the top 5 despite a small drop in her displayed win rate, as we know that she was a little bit higher last week. For most players in Bronze through Gold, the safest read is still that strong sustain, reliable value, and heroes who can influence fights with perfect coordination are doing very well. Platinum and Diamond tell a little bit of a different story. Peni is actually the number one at an exact 60% win rate across 18,000 tracked matches. Magic is in second at a 57.9% win rate with 61,000 tracked matches. And Mantis is in third at a 57.3% win rate across 55,000 matches. Storm moves into fourth at a 56% win rate, and Ultron takes fifth at a 55.8% win rate. Guys, it looks like these 5 names are almost the same group that we saw in Bronze through Gold. And it's been like that the past couple weeks, but the order definitely does matter. Peni gains more than 5 percentage points when we move from the lower rank board into the Platinum and Diamond board, and she goes from a strong third place to a clear first place result on this board. Magic also becomes more convincing as the lobby gets stronger. Her sampling is pretty large, and her 57.9% win rate keeps her ahead of Mantis here. Storm and Ultron are separated by less than 0.2 of a point. So I would treat that part of the board as more of a tight cluster instead of pretending that 4th and 5th are like way worlds apart. Now, as we get into Grandmaster and above, this is where Peni's story becomes a little bit more impossible to ignore, even after these suspected nerfs that she was supposed to have. Peni is number one at a 64.4% win rate across 13,000 tracked matches. That is a 10-point jump from her Bronze through Gold result, and she is more than 6 points ahead of second place now on this Grandmaster and above board. So we could see maybe these nerfs are not hurting Peni mains as much as we thought. Mantis is in second at a 58% win rate across 92,000 tracked matches. Magic is in third at a 56.8% win rate with a 75,000 tracked matches. Storm is fourth at a 55.7% win rate across 20,000 matches, and Daredevil enters and closes this top 5 at a 54.5% win rate across 40,000 matches. The sample warning still matters here, especially when we're comparing one rank group to another. But Peni now has more than 13,000 tracked matches within this specific combined high rank group of Grandmaster and above. So I get that her result is not being carried by like a few hundred games or anything like that. And the honest conclusion is not that Peni is just guaranteeing a win with her 64% win rate, but I would say that it is important that her current performance scales upward with the rank itself more dramatically than any other heroes within the top 5. So Mantis, on the other hand, is the opposite, end of this spectrum here. Her rate is remarkably stable, so 57% in bronze through gold, 57.3% in platinum and diamond, and then a 58% in Grandmaster and above. So it seems that Peni is just steep rank scaling, and then Mantis is just consistent across these boards. Now, everybody, that takes us right into our ban watch, where Black Cat is the #1, banned at a 24.94% rate. Last week, she was a 21.62% ban rate, so she gained 3.32 percentage points and expanded her lead on the ban board. Black Panther remains in second at a 16.40% ban rate. Elsa Bloodstone moves into third at a 15.47% ban rate. Peni in fourth at a 14% ban rate, and Gambit in fifth at a 13% ban rate. I think this board has a useful contrast here as well. Peni's high rank win rate increased slightly, but her calculated ban rate fell from last week's 15.34 to 14.03. Black Cat moved the complete other direction and is now nearly 8.5 points ahead of Black Panther on this ban board, which is just wild to me. So I don't think that automatically means that she's the strongest hero in every match, although you could argue it. If you're playing against a cat main, you've probably noticed how difficult it is. Bans, I would just feel like it reflect pressure right now and frustration if you played against a Black Cat in the previous game. And I think what coordinated teams just don't want to play against as well. So I think the direction is clear. Cat is just commanding way more respect in the draft than anyone else in the snapshot. These percentage points are just so much higher than second place. All right, and finally, the team up watch for this week. With 10,000 match minimum applied, Void Pentagram remains at the #1 spot at a 62.9% win rate across 34,000 tracked matches. That is Magic and the Hood. Star Blossom in second at a 62.4% win rate with 10,000 tracked matches, pairing Mantis with Star-Lord. Iron and Stone moves into third place at a 59.5% win rate across 10,000 matches, pairing Iron Fist with the Thing. Chain of Sidorak is in fourth still at a 58.8% win rate with 14,000 matches. This team up being built around Magic and Doctor Strange. Magic twice on this board here. Kumeho Palm enters the top 5 at a 58.4% win rate across 11,000 matches. This team up pairing Iron Fist with White Fox. The new name here is Kumeho Palm, while Spirit Breaker drops out of the top 5. Star Blossom and Iron Stone both improved their displayed win rates from last week's snapshot. Still, though, keeping the correlation warning in view here, a strong team up is, part of why a composition works, yes. But the heroes, players, map, draft, and team coordination are also all mixed into these results here. Okay, so your Brolic board week 4 picture is this. Mantis remains the most consistent winner across the full ladder. Peni Parker is still the defining high rank outlier, reaching 64.4% in Grandmaster and above. Black Cat has become even more dominant on the ban board. And the Void Pentagram team up remains the best qualifying team up by win rate, with Kumeho Palm newly entering the top 5. You play below Platinum, Mantis is the cleanest top line signal. If you play Platinum or higher, I would say that Peni is probably the result that you can't really ignore anymore. And if you were drafting with bans, Black Cat is the hero that the current player base is treating as the largest problem, which I have to say I agree with. You can pause on any full Brolic board in this video here, guys. And I post the complete weekly Brolic board kit on X every Tuesday at BrolicSon with 2 N's. Follow me there if you want to view or download the full resolution boards and compare every rank group without having to scrub through the whole video and snipping tool it every time. Let me know which results surprised you guys the most, and whether you agree that Peni's high rank number matches what you're seeing in your own games. Subscribe for the next weekly Brolic board, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks, everyone.